Sergio Perez might not seem like the king type, and he has faced a series of setbacks in his recent races, starting with a crash in his home race in Mexico, but there is more to what meets the eye. Despite a promising start, his over-eagerness led to a disappointing did not finish (DNF) on the first lap. Looking to bounce back at the Brazilian Grand Prix, Perez's qualifying was hindered by Oscar Piastri, but he showed remarkable progress during the race, reaching fourth. The battle for third, with Fernando Alonso, added an entertaining twist with Perez narrowly missing the podium on the last lap. While Perez's recent performances have been impressive, the Las Vegas Grand Prix poses an opportunity for redemption. As the race approaches, fans wonder if Perez can reclaim the title of King of the Streets. But what exactly earned him this nickname? The nickname King of the Streets shows Perez's prowess on street circuits, where his driving skills shine. As he navigates the twists and turns of urban tracks, Perez has established himself as a part of the league, earning admiration and the fitting royal title. Now, with Las Vegas on the horizon, all eyes are not on Max, but, you guessed it, Perez, as he aims to reaffirm his dominance on the streets and seize the coveted title once again. But before this resurrection, how did Sergio Perez earn the title, the King of Streets? Street circuits in Formula One aren't meant to be a walk in the park. They pose unique challenges, and it is safe to say that not every driver excels in these demanding conditions. Unlike traditional tracks, these street circuits bring barriers dangerously close. And I know that is the point, but this makes it harder as it requires precision, and any mistake is punishing. I mean, even the slightest mistakes. The grip on the asphalt is limited, adding another layer of complexity. However, Sergio Perez stands out in these challenging environments. It's almost like they are his specialty. Known for his absolute control of power and a conservative approach to cornering, Perez has proven his prowess on street circuits throughout his entire career as a racer. Impressively, 83% of his 6 career wins, including both victories this year with Red Bull, have come on street tracks. While the percentage of podiums is less dramatic, with 10 out of his 34 podiums achieved on street circuits, Perez has consistently demonstrated his strength on these tracks. This season, Perez shocked his fans on the street circuit easily, dominating and outpacing his teammate Max Verstappen at the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. The nickname King of the Streets is very well earned, reflecting on Perez's exceptional performance mostly on urban tracks. However, given his success on street circuits, questions arise about his challenges on other street tracks this year. The intricate dynamics of F1 racing continues. It keeps on getting complex, keeping fans on the edge of their seats thinking about Perez's performance in the upcoming races. Checo's mid-season downfall with Red Bull that invalidated his crown. Initially, Sergio Perez was viewed as a potential title challenger to Max Verstappen. After the first 4 races, Sergio Perez's aspirations took a hit, which made it clear about the hierarchy within the Red Bull team. The turning point occurred at the Miami Grand Prix, a street circuit where Perez claimed pole position due to Verstappen's inability to set a time in Q3 following Charles Leclerc's crash. Despite starting as the favorite among the two, Perez faced a strong opponent from his teammate. Verstappen isn't the type to make friends. All he cares about is the goal. He started from P9, showcased his skills by surging ahead, ultimately finishing over 5 seconds ahead of Perez. The Mexican driver struggled to match Verstappen's blistering pace, which raised questions about his ability to challenge for the title. The added pressure of contending with Verstappen for the championship seemed to weigh on Perez, and his inability to match his teammates' performance at the Miami GP intensified the scrutiny, as his reputation was on the track. The dynamics within the Red Bull team and the ongoing battle for supremacy between Verstappen and Perez continue to be a focal point in the unfolding of this F1 season. Following the Miami GP, which presented a setback for Sergio Perez, the Monaco GP emerged as the perfect chance for redemption. Perez, having won the 2022 Monaco GP, was again considered a fan favorite. However, a crash during qualifying dashed his hopes at the barrier, resulting in a disappointing P16 finish, a day he would prefer to erase from his memory, and hopefully from the bystanders. This setback marked the beginning of a series of poor qualifying performances, with Perez struggling to make it into Q3 for multiple races. This was, as I assume, mostly because of the stress from the first one, which further makes me believe Max is lucky. Despite the mid-season struggles, The Singapore GP offered a new light for Perez to reclaim his tarnished title as the King of the Streets. Unfortunately, Red Bull's package for the Singapore GP proved challenging, with both Max Verstappen and Perez facing difficulties throughout the weekend. Perez could only manage an 8th place finish, further dimming the spotlight on his street circuit. As the hype around Perez's dominance on street circuits died down, the focus now turned to the upcoming street race in Las Vegas. But the main question is, can Checo reclaim his title and revive his reputation as a force to be reckoned with on the challenging urban tracks? The wait for Checo fans must be unbearable. The anticipation builds as the racing narrative unfolds in the ever-competitive nature of the sport. Can Sergio Perez reclaim his title on the streets of Las Vegas? The much-anticipated Las Vegas Grand Prix is on the horizon. This is very exciting, but Las Vegas already is in a bit of a tight spot. This day will mark F1's return to Sin City after more than 4 decades. This event is very exciting as it will unfold on the newly designed Las Vegas Strip Street circuit, characterized by high-speed stretches which look like that of the Sakhir Grand Prix's modified Bahrain GP circuit. As Checo prepares for the Las Vegas Grand Prix, he's undoubtedly hoping for a bit of luck, similar to what led to his win at the Sakhir Grand Prix. But there's a notable difference. The Las Vegas GP is expected to take place in freezing conditions, a shift from the heat of Sakhir. As we approach the weekend, there's a lot of uncertainty surrounding the race, primarily because it's a new track for all the teams. The Las Vegas Strip Street circuit, with its high-speed sections dominated by long straights, shares similarities with the Sakhir Grand Prix, which was previously held at a modified Bahrain GP circuit. Early simulations hint that the circuit might favor Red Bull's powerful RB19, often likened to a rocket ship. However, the colder temperatures present a unique challenge, requiring drivers, including the renowned tyre whisperer Checo, to take multiple warm-up laps to get the tyres into the optimal operating range. Looking past the external factors, when we consider Checo's skills and recent performances, including his impressive recovery drive in Brazil and strong showings in Mexico, Las Vegas seems to align well with Sergio Perez's strengths. If everything falls into place, a victory in the Las Vegas GP could very well be within Checo's reach. Yet, the ever-dominant Max Verstappen, his teammate, poses a tough challenge to Checo's quest for the coveted King of the Streets title. The Las Vegas Grand Prix not only marks Formula One's return to the city after more than 4 decades, but also introduces a new track layout, injecting an element of surprise. The buzz around this unique race is fueled by the substantial investments from Liberty Media, F1's parent company, aimed at enhancing the event's spectacle. The star-studded opening ceremony, featuring artists like Will.i.am, Keith Urban, and Journey, adds to the excitement, showing F1's growing popularity in the United States. The outcome of the Las Vegas Grand Prix is poised to shape the narrative of the F1 season. But could it play a role in defining Checo's status as the King of the Streets? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below.